My brother and I did not hug. Not as adults. We shook hands. Sometimes we just nodded. The way men of our generation do when words feel like too much and a look says everything anyway. We did not talk every day. Some months we barely talked at all. And yet, when my marriage was falling apart in 1987, he drove 4 hours on a Friday night. Showed up at my door with a 6-pack of beer. And absolutely nothing to say. He just sat there. For 3 hours. Watching the game. Saying almost nothing. And that was enough. That was everything. When he lost his job in 1994, I didn't call him to talk about it. I called him to ask if he wanted to go fishing that weekend. He said yes. We went. We didn't mention the job once. We didn't need to. That is the language brothers speak. Not words. Not advice. Not feelings discussed carefully over coffee. Just showing up. In the specific way that only you know how to show up for that specific person. We argued sometimes. About things that mattered and things that absolutely did not matter. We went months once without speaking over something neither of us could fully remember afterward. But we always came back. Because that is what brothers do when the bond underneath everything else is stronger than whatever is sitting on top of it. He was my first friend. Before I knew what friendship meant. Before I had any choice in the matter. He was just there. In the room next to mine. Part of the same story from the beginning. Nobody else on earth has known me that long. He passed in 2021. The last thing he said to me on the phone 3 days before the end was, "You doing okay?" Not me. You. Even then. Even at the end. He was checking on me. I said I was fine. He said, "Good." And that was it. 47 years of brotherhood. In one last check-in. You doing okay? Fine. Good. I would give almost anything to have that conversation one more time. Just once more. If you have a brother you haven't called in too long, call him today. You don't need a reason. You never did. He will pick up. And it will be enough. Drop a heart below for every brother who shows up without being asked. And share this today with yours.